I ended 2024 with a video on the last revolver, so I think it's only appropriate that I start 2025 with the first pistol. Well, this actually isn't the first pistol, but this is the first centerfire pistol that I ever purchased back in about 1972, shortly after I got out of the service. And I did a comparison on this gun. This is the Colt Lightweight Commander. Did a comparison on this in our Great Affordable 1911 series. I believe it was part number 8 in that series. Put it up against a Colt Wiley Clap Commander, which is kind of a modernized version of the same gun. But this is the first centerfire pistol that I have ever purchased. Stay with me and we'll talk more about this gun. All right, thanks for joining me for the first video of 2025. We're looking at the Colt Lightweight Commander. And again, I mentioned this was in part 8 of the Great Affordable 1911 series. I'll put a link up here to that video. You can drop back and see more of the history, more of the specifics on this particular gun. But this is the first one that I bought after I got out of the service. And Colt Lightweight Commander, again, 45 caliber. Same grip length as a full-size gun, but 3/4 of an inch shorter barrel and an alloy frame. But everything else is pretty much GI on this gun. Short trigger, arched mainspring housing, which makes it more of a 1911 A1 style pistol. It does have the Colt medallion on the grips. It does have the Colt blue finish. Of course, you can see the Colt roll mark barely there on the slide. And an early serial number CLW, Colt Lightweight. And obviously this gun has been around the block more than one time. Terrible GI sights. And to show you how terrible, I'm going to roll some footage in here from that original 2019 video on part 8 and let you see some of the struggles I had with this. I did miss one plate at 12 yards. I think I mentioned it was shooting high, and that I had a little struggle even out to 50 yards, which I don't normally do, but this gun's a little different. So I'm going to roll that footage in and take a look at it.
Colt Lightweight Commander. Shooting steel at 12 yards. 12 yards, this one should work, but it was shooting high. And we're shooting Freedom 230 grain ball, and the sights on this are just terrible. See how it works?
1911 A1, even though Springfield did not make any of the 1911 A1s originally. But these were available in the modern versions and very reminiscent of the original 1911 and 1911 A1. In 1949, the Army looked for a lighter gun for officers. Their specs were it had to be 9mm and under 25 ounces. Now, read into that what you will about why it had to be something lighter and less powerful for officers. So Colt responded by coming out with the Lightweight Commander. Came in at just under 25 ounces. And in 1950, this was marketed to the civilian market and in 9mm, 45, and 38 Super. And this was the first full-frame, aluminum frame production gun that really had any success. Colt 1911 Lightweight Commander with little old 1911 A1 sights, trigger, and hammer, or not hammer, yeah, actually hammer bite. 50 yards. Let's see if I can hit anything with this old gun. Well, it's silhouette. Looks like it hit it really high though. So I'm going to hold way under that 12-inch plate and see what happens. Well, I'll go back to the silhouette and try it one more time. Aim right at the bottom of the silhouette and see where it goes. And that one hit low. This thing is not the world's most accurate. Try the 12-inch again. Alright, at least we hit it. Looks like high. Alright, again, this gun has been around the block. It's definitely worn on the front. It's been carried a lot. It has been shot a lot. Original grips. Still the original springs in it too, and it does work fine. The only change on this gun is I did have to replace the barrel bushing at one point, which may have something to do with the accuracy on it. But everything else is, well, actually I did have to replace the slide stop lever too. Not sure, well, yeah, I know why that got switched out, because I did have an extended one on there once upon a time. Couldn't find the original, so I had to put this one in it. But other than that, it still does work. Again, just beat up. Smooth grip frame on the front, striations on the rear, no checkering on it. Nothing fancy on the gun. Just really, really bare bones. This gun weighs about 33 ounces, fully loaded with 8 rounds, 7 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber, 230 grain ammunition. And the trigger on it is not all that great. Does have some striations on the front of the trigger. No over travel stop. Just a tiny little bit of up and down play. A little bit of take up. And a clean break, but about 5 pounds, just over 5 pounds, and just a little bit of over travel. So again, it's a bare bones gun, just plain old Colt cocking serrations on the back, nothing on the front to press check with, no memory bump on the grip safety. The manual thumb safety is a little bit bigger than the standard GI safety, but still not quite the shelf that you get on a lot of more modern firearms. But again, everything you need. Well, actually, Wiley Clapp said on his, it's everything you need, nothing you don't. This one really has not everything you need on it. But it is the first center fire gun that I owned. And again, I've had this for a long time. It'll be passed down to the family. Still have the original box for it. Back in the 70s, ammo wasn't all as developed as it is now. This gun was designed to shoot ball ammunition, full metal jacket ammo, typical 45 GI, 230 grain ammunition. And Super Vel ammunition was just coming into it with the defensive type hollow points. I had to do some careful work to make this thing shoot the Super Vels back then. I really wanted to see if it would continue to shoot Super Vels. I've got Super Vel left over for 9mm. Couldn't find any 45 Super Vel, so we did the best we could, and that's shoot some Winchester Ranger T-Series 230 grain hollow points defensive ammunition, and I did put a couple of magazines through that, and lo and behold, it worked every single one of them. So this old gun will still shoot modern ammunition. Original Commander Colt magazines, 230 grain Winchester T-Series hollow points, 12 yard. Terrible sights. Really, really, really bad sights. I don't know what that was. Oops. There we go. All right, it ran those. Let's just, if I can do that one more time. This time, one in the chamber and a full magazine. Not a bad ejection pattern. I can find 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe not a good ejection pattern. Only find, 5, 6, okay. All right, 8 rounds this time, one in the chamber. And you can barely see Alice there. White rabbit against a white background. It doesn't work that well. Let's see if I can get it. Oh yeah, plates again. And the red prairie dog. There it is. So just a quick look at the first center fire pistol that I purchased after I got out of the service, the Colt Lightweight Commander. Thanks for stopping in.